addition, don't forget, there are several ways to be a playmaker. One of them is simply breaking down the defense. Guys like John Wall, Kyrie Irving, if they can get past their man, then they're going to open up opportunities to make plays for the entire floor. One of the things I like about Crazy Man's lineup, Antoine Walker and Nikola Jokic can do the pick and roll, but they can also do the pick and pop. So if John Wall breaks the defense down, gets past his man, he's going to find somebody open that can knock down the open shot. Thanks again for submitting all of your hashtag 2KTV lineups. I want you guys to pick from these 4 lineups and tell me which one is your favorite. Remember, you guys can help each other too. Join the conversation on Twitter using the hashtag 2KTV lineup. Search it up, and you might be able to get some suggestions for your lineup or give input to others about their lineup. That interaction is...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Joe.
Come on. Come on. Let's go.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup, and today's game is the Kings coming to town for this one. Welcome to Los Angeles, home court advantage for the Lakers. We are live at the Staples Center. Now, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Sacramento, we've got Collison. Cooper's out there with Chris Bosh. And there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Simmons in at the three-spot.
And they get the first bucket. It's a nice beginning to this one for them. You always want to try to seize the moment early on in the game.
Outside Bosh. Now here's Simmons. Lopez covering. 5 to shoot. And it's good off the back rim and in. On defense, Sacramento.
And as the second overall pick back in 13 out of Indiana, Victor Oladipo While he's had a solid start to his career, stardom still, I think, is what he aspires to achieve. I mean, he's got the tools from a physical standpoint, but the decision-making and the perimeter shooting, two areas that he's got to improve. And then defensively, which is where I thought he would be a game changer, hasn't really excelled as much as I think he's capable of.
He threw good, Russell. And when you take a look at Oladipo, such a fun guy to watch develop. Gee, where does he need to take that next step, in your opinion?
Believe it or not, I think he needs to focus on defense. Came into the league projecting to be a top-level defender, and while he collects blocks and steals, I think his production defensively has lagged a bit as he's really focused on his offense.
And when having discussions about the Lakers over the years, one word that has rarely been mentioned is rebuild. The franchise is used to championships, not rebuilding.
And another word that they lack is superstar. You're not accustomed to seeing the Lakers without a true superstar on that roster. And they've also always been a top destination for the A-list free agents.
Now here's Collison. Bosh, the screen. Pass to Simmons. Unloads from 13. Good on the jump shot.
And Simmons is accustomed to finishing over all types of defenders. That jump shot is just pure gold.
Lopez passes to Clarkson. Back to Lopez. Nails the baby hook. Lopez has got his first basket of the night.
Nice feed and close, right to where his teammate needed it.
Collison kicks to Kufis. Outside Collison. Passes it to Simmons. And it's Russell with the rebound. The Lakers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Ingram. And the Lakers get it back. Lopez dishes to Clarkson. Lopez passes to Clarkson. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Randall kicks to Russell. To the inside. Lopez, no up.
They have to be happy at least with how they set it up. Most of the time, that's a sure make.
Bosh kicks to Collison. They set the pick. Passes it to Kufis. 6 on the shot clock. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second clock. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Lopez dishes to Russell. He kicks it to Ingram. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. The feed to Randall. Lopez outside. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Ingram. Misses off the right iron. The Kings trail by 3. Collison, the pass to Oladipo. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And Simmons kicks to Kufis. He had stolen by Randall. And stolen by Simmons. Two points. That one goes. Simmons got his second basket.
Oh, he's shooting a fantastic mark from the field to begin this one.
Now Russell, picked by Randall. Russell dishes to Ingram. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Randall, a screen on Oladipo. Shot clock at 5. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
A cold start to this game for him. A lot of his shots have been off.
Oladipo misses.
Oh, you got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Oladipo against Russell. Picked by Randall. Banked in off the glass. Russell's got 5.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And here's Collison. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 17-foot shot on the way. And Bosch gets it to go on the assist by Simmons.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Lopez, a screen on Collison. Russell kicks to Lopez. Lopez, a screen. In the corner, it's Ingram. Second chance effort, and it's Lopez laying it in.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Simple rule of team rebounding. Everyone needs to box out someone when the shot goes up. A number of assignments were missed right there.
A wide open look here for Oladipo. Again, Oladipo missing. Now here's Ingram. Inside, Clarkson. That one misses. Nice D from Oladipo.
A frustrating start to this quarter for him.
Collison, the pass to Kufas. And Oladipo kicks to Bosch. Goes up the baseline. Doesn't go for it. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Outside, Russell. Pass to Ingram. Here's the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Ingram's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And Ingram is so graceful with the catch-and-shoot jumper. His lightning-quick release allows him to get off his shot in no time.
And it's good, 2 points.
Man, that's just tremendous court vision and timing. That assist was right on the money. Now, this is Dave Yeager. Before working in the NBA, he was one of the most successful coaches in minor league history. He won 5 titles in 7 seasons, all before turning 35.
Now, here's Clarkson. Russell, no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Oladipo outside. Collison kicks to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, I love to see the selfishness from Collison. It really whips the ball over to the open man quickly.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And Coach Yeager grew up coaching. His father was a high school basketball coach.
Well, yeah, Dave would help him scout opponents, watching game tape, help get Pops ready. Even his senior year playing point guard at Morehead State, he volunteered to coach a semi-pro team. Coaching has been in his blood for a long time.
Cantor checked in for Lopez. Milicic is checked in for Sacramento. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Russell kicks to Randall. Back to Russell. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. Anderson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Sacramento also making some changes. Kevin Martin is checked in for Victor Oladipo. And Knight subbed in for Darren Collison. The Kings trailing. Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Dave Yeager. David?
Well, Kevin, when I asked him about the defensive game plan, he said they have to clog up the middle and deny clean looks at the basket. If they can do that, he thinks they'll have the upper hand. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David.
Can't believe he missed that one. I thought for sure that was.
Clarkson kicks to Russell. Back to Clarkson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks to Russell. And that again. No good by the Lakers.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Good ball movement here by the Kings. That evens the score.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
To the middle. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Bosch. Dishes to Simmons. Lets the three fly. And it's Ingram with the rebound. And Los Angeles guys shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Some dishes to Russell. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Russell's got 8 points.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Down low, here's Mirotic. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Russell passes to Clarkson. Anderson a screen on Martin. Clarkson kicks to Cantor. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
That's a mix-up by the D on that play. Not many guys you can afford to leave all alone from mid-range. Lucky for the defense.
Knight dishes to Simmons. Mirotic the screen. Martin the pass to Simmons. 11 feet away. The shot, no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. To the inside. And that one good from Clarkson. Now it's a 5-point Laker lead.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
There's a screen by Cantor. Here's Russell. And the Lakers take on 2 more. Chris, who do you feel is the most dangerous post with their back to the basket in the NBA right now?
Oh, wow. You know, I'd have to say DeMarcus Cousins, you know, he's not a traditional back to the basket, but he pivots and still gets that space up there. And his pump fakes, his up fakes.
Yes.
He's probably the most dominant big man offensively on the block. And also, I think you got to go back to a guy like Zebo. Yeah, he's lost a little bit of his athleticism, gotten older, but that's the thing about a guy like him. He's never been the most athletic. So being able to score down on that post is a skill. And Cousins and Zebo right now definitely hold that skill down.
Great perspective. They get the rebound. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim. And D'Angelo Russell, you know, he had a tough time adapting to the pro game at first. I mean, you could see the talent from the moment he stepped on the court, but you could also see the turnovers and the lack of sustained hustle. I mean, I think a lot of it had to do, it's the first time in his career where he wasn't always the best player on the floor. And when you deal with that kind of adversity, it takes some time for you to adjust and grow as a player.
And thinking back to Russell's rookie season, maybe too much was expected of a guy coming in at just 19 years of age.
Yeah, and we live in this win-now, instant gratification era. And with the skill set and moxie this kid has, fans are going to expect the world. Just looking at what Russell did in the Rising Stars Challenge last year, though, he may ultimately fulfill all those lofty expectations.
Now, here is Knight. He dishes it to Bosch. Mirotic the screen. Bosch kicks to Knight. Martin against Russell. Lets the three fly. Kept alive. Here's Bosch. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you watch Chris Bosch out there, always in the right spot, be it on offense or defense. Doesn't get enough credit for how well he positions himself. Always moving to open space to create an outlet or get an easy jump shot.
Talking again about Bosch and his impact on the court, a lot of what he does, Greg, won't show up in the box score. He leaves his marks on the game in ways stats really can't measure.
That's a great point. And there are a lot of players in the league like that. But Bosch is certainly one of those guys. You can just see how defenses react to his presence when he's on the floor. Very vocal and acts as a leader on the defensive side as well.
Here's Burgess. Outside, Russell. Here's Anderson. And Mirotic sends it back. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Off the inbound. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's going to be on Josh Smith.
2 shots. Foul. 2.
And we see the growth of the three-point shooting big man, the stretch 4, if you will. Ryan Anderson was at the forefront, it seems, of that movement.
Yeah, especially at his volume of threes. He's never been just a secondary floor spacer. He's a go-to scoring threat with his outside shooting.
And another disappointing season for the Kings last year. They fell out of the playoff race early on. They just couldn't keep pace with the rest of the conference.
And both free throws good for Anderson. And while the Kings were improved last year, it didn't seem like they made much headway towards their ultimate goal.
Well, right now, they seem to be lacking a direction for the team. There's an air of uncertainty about who they want to build around. They will need to answer some hard questions in short time.
Good on the shot.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Los Angeles leading by 4. 41 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Russell, no good.
He was a little overzealous there, trying to carve his way through the defense, and they were having none of it.
Smith gets it to go on the assist by Bosch. Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. LA's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Russell against Martin. Now running it up the court. Martin pushing it up. Makes a hand on it.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start. Here's Burgess.
No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Cantor. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
And the first one at the line is good. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Nice. Tying it up. They were a little disappointed that he couldn't give him the lead.
Tie game in Los Angeles. And will return shortly. Let's take a moment to hear a little bit from Josh Smith about his development throughout his NBA career.
You know, coming in at 18, you know, really inexperienced, not knowing what this league was about. And I went through so many stages. I've grown tremendously over my career.
Kind of hear that growth in his voice, don't you think? And it's interesting to hear Josh Smith talking about getting introspective about himself and his game at this point of his career.
You know, that's a great point there, Kevin. I mean, like he said, he really has grown tremendously as a player, as a teammate, as a man, and just as an adult person in society. He's become a real credit to our game.
So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Yeah, and at some point, you'd think the defense would extend out and try to run these guys off their spots, or at least make them shoot a little earlier than they'd like.
We've got Randall, also Ennis Kinzer out there. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Russell. And it's Wirtz in at the one. That's the Laker 5. Now here's Collison after D'Angelo Russell's miss. And here they come. There's Hollis Jefferson. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Collison kicks to Kufis. Here's Mirotic. A three-pointer off the mark. The Lakers in the lead. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Back to Wirtz. Randall with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Smith outside. At the top of the key, Mirotic. And it's off from three-point range. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Russell with it. Now defended by Oladipo. A stupendous finish in traffic. And it's a 4-point Laker lead. The Kings have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Screen by Smith. Here's Mirotic, and the 3-ball is good. Mirotic has got 9.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Russell against Oladipo. Unloads from 13. That one, no good. Sacramento's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Smith outside. Shoots the 3. And Kinzer pulls it down. Lakers have gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Back to Russell. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Well, with the look at today's rosters, you'll see a veteran or two acting as a mentor on a team for young players. Chris, all teams want them. They need them for their talents. You've been on both ends of that relationship. Just how important is that for a young player?
It's very important. You know, when you think about the word fear, fear mostly is what you anticipate about the unknown. And for a lot of young players, you know, they just don't know what to expect. They just don't know what habits to have. They just have never been in this situation before. And they're going to figure it out, regardless if anyone helps them or not. But just think about how it just helps the learning curve and how it speeds up the pace when you have someone that can tell you from their perspective how to approach games, or how to prepare for games, how to recover, how to treat your body, how to play this guy. I know coach said this, but you might want to try this if that doesn't work. You know, and I think that's probably one of the most underrated and depleted spaces on the team are guys that can be that third coach on the team, but with the jersey on. And so I think it's very important to have guys in those mentor-type positions, just because they've had to go through what these players are going through. Not just coach, but they've had to go through it and can tell it from the player's perspective.
Great points. Lakers leading by 3. The dish to Lopez. Clarkson kicks to Randall. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Kufis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Feeds it to Simmons. Lets it fly from 18. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison.
And really with Simmons, the guy just has everything, including the soft mid-range jump shot.
Collison against Russell. Shot clock at 6. Lopez sets a screen for Clarkson. And again, the Lakers no good. Sacramento's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. but they've continued to let him fly. Collison kicks to Simmons. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Simmons got the lead up to 1 now for the Kings.
They are up in this game right now, and here's one of the reasons why, given his stellar shooting from the field.
Handle a screen on Collison. And counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
Not really nice there. Poor technique on the screen, but savvy scoring move to save that trip down the floor.
The Lakers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around shot.
The Lakers making a switch here. Ingram's checked in. Free throw, no good for Russell.
And the thing about Laker fans, I mean, they've always been used to their team being the favorite to win most nights. Lately, though, it's more about the excitement that their young players bring to the game and hopefully the bright future ahead.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 10. Puts it up. And the Kings check on 2 more.
Oh, Kevin, it takes a lot of distraction on behalf of the D to knock Collison off his groove. His focus is razor sharp when it comes to his jump shot.
And thinking about the element of excitement that the Lakers bring, it's about watching their tremendous athletes who also happen to have a lot of skill, too.
Yeah, it's a different kind of showtime for the Lakers. I mean, it's the joy of watching the young guys grow up and the pain of seeing them make mistakes. One thing we can't say about Tinseltown, though, it's never boring.
No. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Andrew Bogut is an elite defensive big man. He said where I affect the game is the little things. Blocking shots, being a good help side guy, communicating, setting good screens, just doing little things that don't show up on the stat sheet. Kevin, when he sees opponents hesitate to go inside, that's when he knows he's doing a good job.
Thanks, D.A. He's a presence. First free throw is good. And Kosta Koufos is such a valuable player to have off the bench for a team, Chris. Gives you spacing and size, and really knows how to play within himself.
Well, Kev, Koufos is usually productive in whatever role he is playing for a team. His versatility to start or to be the first big off the bench is really what makes him valuable.
That one misses. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Ingram dishes to Russell. The pass to Clarkson. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 3rd assist on the night. For Sacramento, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Now here's Simmons, guarded closely. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Brandon Knight, he's checked in for Darren Collison. And after his rookie year, it ended with an injury right out of the opening gate. It was great to finally see Julius Randle on the court last season.
Yeah, and when he's focused, guys, he can be a game changer. I mean, loves to attack off the dribble from the elbows, terrific spin move in traffic. And what may be most impressive about his game at this point is his relentlessness as a rebounder.
Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for the Lakers. The Kings also with the sub. Kevin Martin, he's checked in for Oladipo. Anderson against Smith from 11 feet away. Anderson can't get it to go.
That was just textbook defense. As soon as he caught the ball, the D surrounded him.
Russell against Knight. He feeds it to Simmons. Shot from 12. And it's off the back rim. No good for Los Angeles. They've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Russell with a wide open look. Los Angeles with another miss.
He's been able to connect here in the second half after hitting one in the first.
Knight against Lopez. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. And it'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Kings making a switch here. Bosh is checked in. Lakers shooting 38% in the second quarter. Defensively, they look a little bit confused. Here's Lopez. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Now Knight. Pass to Simmons. To the inside. Bosch, high post. Lopez is there. And Simmons kicks to Smith. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Total breakdown on defense there, but fortunately he missed out.
Ingram wide open. Simmons pulls it in.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Oh, no, you're right. It's selfish on his part to attempt that. Should have passed it back out and tried to get a better look.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 10. To the wing right side. Tries from 16. Bosch can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc.